And if it is so common in all ranks and files, that means the creator must be eternal. So from that only it has come. Otherwise, say effect means cause and effect. So we can say if you are making a round shaped thing with sugar, it will be sweet. If it is from the salt, it will be salty. The cause is the sweet, the effect is also sweet. The cause and effect is always will be like this. We like to know, each and every one of us, we like to know. The curiosity to know, that is inborn. Where from it came? So obviously, it came from the Creator. So He is the source of knowledge. Creator is the source of knowledge. So that is the way we can understand. See, we are not believing. We are judging and then understanding. And thirdly, no one wants to be unhappy. We all like to be happy. And that is the happiness is our goal. Where from it came? From the Creator. So after judging in this way, the Vedantic teachers, they said, the Creator is Sat Chit Ananda Sarupa. The Sanskrit word Sat means existence. Chit is the knowledge. And Ananda is the bliss. So this is the proof. Now why we don't get eternal happiness, eternal joy? Why we can't understand everything? Why we die? So then they say, because you have not reached back to the source, that is the main reason. As long as you are separated from the source, then you have to die again and again. Dying means changing the body. Death means changing the body. And then you are taking another body. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is mentioning in that way, that it is just like changing the dress. So you are changing that. And that is the reason Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna came to tell us. You want to live eternally? Our leaders, particularly the kings, they used to make the huge images so that people will remember them. They like to survive, they like to live. After them, people should remember. We also always want that people should remember. That is from the same notion, same idea. I should not die, people should remember. If you like to live eternally, go to the source. But why we can't go to the source? Because we are bound. So the song, just prayer song that we sang today, it says Khandana, Bhava Bandhana. The Khandana means you should cut asunder. And what is that? Bhava Bandhana, the bondage. What is that bondage? With the world, worldly bondage. Now, from here begins the struggle. Because world is so beautiful, we don't like to cut it. We don't like to discard it at all. But as long as you will feel that this is good, you have to come. And every time with little joy, a lot of pain will be there. What to do? So this is, if you want this life, of course you can live. But at the same time, you have to understand, with the joy, suffering will be there. So you like to eat a lot of sweets, you can eat, but then you have to suffer. For everything, after the joy, suffering. If you understand that, then it is your choice. No, it's okay. A little suffering is all right, but I like to enjoy. Continue the life, no problem. And there was a group of philosophers, and they propagated that. Rinam kritvaghritam pivet. Because the life is for the enjoyment. So take loan and enjoy your life and die. Then you need not to pay back the loan because those who have given the loan, they won't get anything. So just take. That was also a philosophy. That was also accepted. And they called Charvak. Charu means beautiful, sweet, very attractive. Baka means words. So some people are there who can say things very nicely. And these Charvaks people, they were like that. They used to present the whole philosophy in such a way, just enjoy, don't bother about the other things. We do not know whether we will born again or not. And if we are taking birth, not this birth, something else, somebody else. So this life you enjoy. The people liked that idea. So they became Charu Baka to Charvak. That is also a philosophy. And that was also allowed. Some people followed that. But then afterwards, again and again and again, individually they started feeling, no, this is not the good thing. Is there any other way to go out? Then the one person came to a rishi and asked, is there any knowledge by which I can understand everything? Kasminno bhagavo vigyate sarvamidam vigyatam bhavatiti. So, how can I know? Kasminno. No means certainly. Kashmin, what? Bhagavo, Honorable Sir. Vigyate, by knowing what, I can understand everything. Can you please tell me? He said, yes, there are two types of knowledges. One is the worldly knowledge, another spiritual knowledge. What are worldly knowledges? Worldly knowledge means everything. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. They are mentioning that even the Vedas are also temporary. These Vedas are also temporary. That is Hinduism. No one will be able to say in that way. Our religious books means we should protect and this is holy. And actually, books are nothing but like the map. You are utilizing the map, and when you have reached to the destination, you don't need that map. So books are also like that. What we are going to do after realization of God, what I am going to do with this scripture. I have already reached that. I know that. The same way, the Hindus in this way, they are very clear. You need not to bother about keeping the book on the shelf and then worshipping it. Rather read it, understand it, assimilate it, transform yourself. That is the way you should understand the knowledge. Knowledge means like that. So all these Vedas and etc., they are all worldly knowledge. And there is only one thing, that is knowing about the Atman, the self, from where it comes. So from gross, slowly, they take our mind to the subtle. And the gross is this, and then take the mind to the subtle. And in that subtlety they say, you are that, you are everywhere. That consciousness. And that consciousness has taken this form. Again the debate broke. Is it completely separated? Or partly? Or there is nothing actually? So they started, it is completely separated. It is easy to understand. The God, after creation, what happens? It is separate. The mother is giving the birth of a child, then afterwards child and the mother become separated. They were together, then after the birth, separate. Similarly, God has given the birth to this world and separated it. So Dvaitism came, duality. Madhvacharya, he wrote all this. It should be like this, it should be like this, like all this argument. Some people, they say, and that is easy. So we are separate, God is good, we are not that. Majority, almost all religion follow that. But the problem is, if the God is separate and we are separated, we are going to suffer eternally. So this conception in the Christianity, they say, if you are good, then you will be in the heaven eternally. If you are bad, you will be in the hell eternally. But that cannot be. How that can be? So I was a bad boy, that's true, but then I understood my mistakes. I rectified myself. There is no chances to become good. What is this? Eternal hell cannot be. So another argument. So came Vishishta Advaita. He said, no, we are part of it, but separate. And all the good qualities of God are there within us, but still we are separate. So it's called Vishishta, qualified Advaita, non-duality or monism. So qualified means all God's qualities are there within us. Like the fire and the spark. The spark is also fire, but little. Then came Shankaracharya, he said, that actually it is not separate. Then what is it? He said, your imagination. Now, this is called Advaita, Na-Dvaita. There is no two, only one. If it is one, then why we cannot understand it? Then it says, because you are imagining it and you love to imagine. So it is like this. Come here. These two chairs are for you. Come. Come from this side. So this way, philosophy. Now, whether philosophy, whatever, whether this is a dream, whether this is a separation, whatever it may be, we are there and this world is there. And world is made of only 5 things. What are the 5 things? You are doing the classes for a long period of time. What are the 5 things?
Earth, water.
Earth, water.
Space.
Huh?
Earth,
Space,
water,
air,
and
stage.
Space,
fire,
fire,
and ether. Air.
Air. So, see, this way, that's why in the exam hall, if we discuss, so wonderful answer we can give. So, the teachers don't allow us to discuss only. In the exam hall, they should allow us to discuss. This is only 5. Look at it. This is very categorically they are mentioning. Shiti, this earth. Apa, the water. Tveja, the fire. Maruta, the air. And Vyoma, the space. And everything is made of that. 5 things. And whatever is made of more than one is going to be departed, going to be destroyed. So body is going to be destroyed. All other things are also going to be destroyed, either today or tomorrow. Sometimes it takes some time, and sometimes it's very immediate. But everything is destined to be destroyed. If that is so, we are observing things are changing. There must be something which is permanent. Otherwise, how we can compare? There must be something static, comparing that. And what is the static? They said it is God. It is Atman. So comparing that we are, so I always say in this way, I was a young boy, I am a grown-up man, I am going to be old, I is present in every changes. And body is changing, mind is changing, I is there. And what is this I? It is consciousness. And when that I is not there inside me, this body has no value. It has no value. So then what? So this is the way the religion, it is not only faith. Religion means it is faith, belief. If you ask Google what is religion, Google will say, it is a faith, it is belief. Not that. It is also the excellent way of understanding. Excellent way of understanding. So Hinduism developed in this way. And that's why Hinduism takes everything. It takes everything. Because there are different categories of understanding. So Swami Vivekananda said, one person standing on the earth, looking at the sun, giving a description of the sun. But it's true. Sun is like that for him. Another is flying in the aircraft, giving a description, different. But that is also true. Someone is taking the space he is going and from there seeing the sun and giving the description. That's also true. So each is giving the description that is true but separate. That means there is something which is very difficult to understand unless you are there. You realize that. So they say, you have to realize it and then understand it. Another problem, if you realize it, you become that. And how you will explain? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, there's a doll made of salt. He went to understand the ocean, how deep it is and what is the... And it is made of salt. It went to the ocean, melted in the ocean, never came back. But that happens when we go over there. But that is scary. If we go and if we melt over there, then where I will be? It says you will be in joy. What we want? Happiness. And for the happiness, we do everything. The cooking and purchasing this, purchasing that, all varieties of things, only for happiness. But the eternal happiness will come without any disturbances if you can realize that. So that is the goal. God realization means that. That is the goal. Now the question is how we can go over there. So this is the God. When they say God realization, it doesn't mean, of course, we don't have time to explain every time. We say God is like this. What is that God? God is the creator of this world. And who are you then? The God only. Otherwise, how can I realize God? And they say, among all this creation, human being is the best creation. Why? Because human being can judge, can understand, can discriminate. So that are the qualities of God, godly qualities. So this, if we are applying, now the question is how? So this song that we sing every day, there is a prayer. And what is the prayer? Swami Vivekananda composed that song. Khandana bhava bandhana jaga bandhana banditumai. So long back, in our every school there will be, this song will be there. Then Arunachal also, the school, and they don't like sitting there for half an hour, Khandana, they don't understand what is the Sanskrit. But still they have to sing as the rule. Then afterwards they go away and then become doctor, then this, that. Then one, the secretary, the health secretary of Arunachal Pradesh. So I was waiting for a ferry to cross the river. There was no bridge. And this gentleman came. And he, seeing me, he came and sat by my side. And there was a small tea shop. We were sitting outside there by the bank of the river. And the ferry will come and then we'll go. He said, Swamiji, are you from Ramakrishna Mission? And he said, yes. Oh, can you please sing Khandana Bhava Bandhana? Sitting here. Well, yes, why not? The sun is setting. This is the evening time. In our school, we used to sing that. Then he said, I must confess, I never learned that properly. Because that was really a torture for us. So they used to take us forcefully to sit inside the shrine when we were playing from there, from the ground to the shrine. That was really, but now I understand how soothing that was. Now I tried to sing, I have forgotten those words. And that also the tune. Can you please sing for me? I can. A few lines. But the thing, there are cassettes are there, you can learn from there. So this is the Khandana Bhava Bandhana. The call comes. when it is coming to us, we are not ready to accept. Khandana bhava bandhana. Cut your bondages. Be free. But we are not ready to be free. We like to be in the bondage. So that is so funny. So we like to, no, now we should not. But then slowly the call comes and we understand we have to cut the bondage. And Swami Vivekananda is giving every day Khandana Bhava Bandhana. So I don't like to miss this song. Even when we are traveling in the car, when it comes, I play that. Because it is Vivekananda, who was in the other way Sri Ramakrishna himself, and composing the prayer for Sri Ramakrishna to God. And if you just understand the meaning of those words, there's a great prayer to God. And how he will cut the bondage? By Jnana Anjana, by applying the knowledge. What is that knowledge? You are not separate from God. You are God yourself. You are God yourself. You are not separate. Then why I am thinking that I am separate? Just because you are thinking. That's all. Otherwise you are God yourself. And how I will know that I am God? Then the love for everyone will come within your heart. There will be no hatred for anyone. God can never hate. Impossible. If you say God, G-O-D, it knows no hatred. For God there is no hatred. We misunderstand, we misinterpret, we misutilize. That is our ego. We talk like that, but it is not like that. God is always L-O-V-E. Swami Vivekananda, he said, I like to tell you my life's experience. And that is, only love is existing and nothing else. Shono boli moromer kotha. Marama means heart. From my heart I like to tell you, listen to it. What is that? Shono boli moromer kotha. Jibone jenechi sotto sar. The truth that I have realized. Tarango akul bhavo ghor. Ek tori kore parapar. This taranga akul, constantly, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are in misery, sometimes happy, sometimes. It goes on in everyone's life. I sometimes say, go and ask the President of America. A covetous position. At present day world, he is the most powerful man. Only in the whole world. Go and ask him, sir, I am not disclosing. Are you happy? He said, are you mad? How can I be happy? Again I have to run for the pope. And at this age. They could make me eternally the president, that could be. But no. No one is happy in this world. No one. We look at these people and think they are so happy. They are not at all. No one is happy in their own position. So we have to understand this. We are thinking they are so happy. The families are very rich and powerful. When they are coming out, all smiling faces, all flashes, all pictures are taking. And the news will be, oh, the whole family. But when they go inside, they will be fighting. No one is happy. So this is the main problem with us. So we have to break that hypocrisy. I am not happy at all, but I like to be happy. How it is possible? Then they say, Swami Vivekananda said, as Sri Ramakrishna taught him, if you can see God by closing your eyes, can't you see God with your open eyes? চোখ বন্ধ করে ঈশ্বরকে দেখতে পাও, চোখ খুলে দেখতে পাও না. And Swami Vivekananda really saw that all these beings are nothing but gods. In the Bhagavata, those who are, some people, narrow-minded, they say God is only in the shrine and the lower caste people should not come. You know in Bhagavata what it says? Kapila, the great Muni, is telling the mother, you are creating problem. You means all people. By worshipping me inside the temple. While I am everywhere, but you don't find me there. You don't care me there. I am in the jungle. I am on the streets. I am in the river. I am everywhere. Can't you see me there? Can't you worship me there? You're only coming to the temple and worshipping. That is Hinduism. But we don't like to listen. We like to construct a huge temple. Why? My ego. Then the people will come and I will say, I constructed it, And on the top that you see, that is real gold. You like to check that over there? Oh, no, sir. from below it is all right. I believe you. And we are so foolish. God is living in that temple. That is a museum. That's good. People are going and passing some time, and whatever money we spend to construct the temple, we take it by selling tickets. That is also business is there. And first thing they will say in below ground, if you go, great dosa, idli, all are available. So people are going over there with a family picnic, and at the same time religion. Is this religion? No. Do you really think about these poor people? Swamiji is telling. Do you cry for them? There are so many, they cannot go to bed with a morsel of food. They're suffering. Gods are suffering. So we don't feel that. When you feel that, that is pure Advaita Vedanta. And that feeling came to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is demonstrated. And when Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on the bank of Ganga, inside the river on the boat, two boatmen, they were fighting. One gave a big slap on the back of another. Sri Ramakrishna's back got that mark of 5 fingers. What teaching he is giving us? When we beat someone, God is getting the pain. You are beating the God. Can you really feel it? That is religion. Sri Ramakrishna got the mark of the 5 fingers. One boatman bet another one, Sri Ramakrishna got that. That means when we are hating someone, hitting someone, cheating someone, we are doing the same thing with the God, because God is living. That is the real Vedanta. Swami Vivekananda said, the practical Vedanta. My gods, the spatial object of worship, he said, the downtrodden, the illiterate, the oppressed, how we can help them? Give them education and give them self-confidence. That's all. Just by providing food or clothing and housing, it is relief maybe. But how you can help them? Just give them self-confidence. Give them some ideas. I heard some of you are teaching spoken English. That's so good. So good. The people are getting the self-confidence. In this present day world, without English, you cannot go anywhere. One of my friends, when we were little, so we were walking. I am a Calcutta boy, so obviously. In Calcutta, after a game, we were coming back. Suddenly, he went to the other footpath, and his house was that side. Suddenly, he crossed, jumping. What happened? Why you came like that? So cars are moving. It could be an accident. That is all right. But suppose that person, and there was we call it Sahib, whether it's a British or American, we don't know. What's called that fear complex person. That Sahib is coming, if he asks me in English, and I cannot answer, what will happen to me? It is better to go. So that was all funny thing that happened. So this way, if you give that language, it will get the confidence. A little bit of mathematics, little bit of science, and these boys and girls, they will get the confidence. I met so many boys over here, successful people over here in Chicago. Some of them, they came from a very remote schools, very remote. He says, Swamiji, you cannot imagine. I also think that how could I come over here? Education. Education gives you the self-confidence. And that is the reason, not today, all the oppressors, they always take out the education. They won't give you proper education. And at that time, long back, another person, he took out all the Vedas. Vedas means knowledge. And he never allowed that. And you know that when we write the history, we write in such a way that it is as if it's a story and then people won't believe. But that truly happened. Someone took out all that and never allowed education for the masses. And slowly, slowly, they were losing the strength. They became weak. That is the way they expressed. Weak means when there is no education, what people will do? The Brahmanas were also becoming Shudras because no other thing to. So they were physical laborers they were becoming. So they all went to the Shiva. Shiva told, go to my Shakti. And then they went and cried to the Shakti. And Shakti told, first you eat and become strong. Otherwise, how you will fight back? So she gave the food, 14 different varieties of food. That is the Durga. When the Durga, before that worship, Choddo Shak, 14 different varieties. Shaka means different type of dishes, 14 dishes. So first food, then you get the strength. So economy should be strong first. And then education. So then the Durga went, killed that person or punished that person and then took out the knowledge and spread it all over. So Durga, Durgati Nashini. Durgati means suffering. How the suffering went, that we can stop through education. And Swamiji said, give them education and take your hands off about the women. Give education, education, education. Education is the panacea of all evils. So I sometimes feel that if the people from the West, if they help develop the schools in the villages, suppose you were from a village, and if you just say, this is the school I studied, I will make at least teachers' common room beautiful. And attached 1 or 2 bathrooms for the lady teachers and the gent teachers. It is nothing much. But you are serving God. Serving God. It is nothing much. Painting and the nice table and the chair and dedicated almirah for every teacher, and then the attached bathroom, and the deep well, and then water coming. Anything it can be done by that way. It's a great service, much better than making the temple. The one lady gave $1 million for the temple. Then what? Of course, puja and all those things are going on, that is all right. But we have to understand, so this is the way Swami Vivekananda wanted. Give the education, give education, give education. So how we can truly become free? By this way. If we are understanding and serving the people. And how we can serve the people? We serve the people by giving them education. The most of the time we give education to the children and all that is good. But how far they will go, we have to understand. The first is, Mother Durga said, give them food first. So economy should be developed. So when we are giving the education to the children, we have to think about their parents also. Their education should be proper and economy should be proper so they can serve. And what we make, most of the time, everywhere, we make them dependent on us. We like it. So all the time they are coming, sir, can you please, acha, hey, give some money. That by that way, no. So Swamiji said, giver should kneel down. So that then only you are becoming humble. The goal to go beyond this bondage. Because we know that this is all temporary and we cannot get eternal joy from here. To go out, I have to help others. And when I am helping others, attitude should be I am serving God. God in that distress, God uneducated, God unhealthy. I am serving those gods. This is a new Vedanta, Neo-Vedanta. Though that they say there's a debate on Neo-Vedanta terminal, don't use the term. Neo means new Vedanta. What is that? Swami Vivekananda's Vedanta is completely different than Shankara. Shankara's time was different. He said, you are that Brahman. People can understand that. And Vivekananda said in the modern time, self-confidence is the main thing. The more I grow, more it seems to me that everything lies in manliness. I can do it. So again and again he said, and he mentioned about Nachiketa. Look at that. Nachiketa said, Bahunamemi Pratama. I am first among many. Bahunamemi Madhyama. I am second grade among many. But I am not the last grade. Why the Father sending me to death? So that is his main confidence, to self-confidence. We have to give to the self-confidence. That this is the new way of worship. So Khandana, Bhavo Bandhana. And how? Through Jnana, Jnananjana. And then finally, when you ultimately become successful, then only the joy. De ranga langa vanga bhaji, only joy, joy and joy. All happiness, eternal. And inside only the light. That is the ultimate goal of human birth. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there'll be, I think, what is the time now? 6:45. Then 7:30, there'll be that we will meet. I think you will be here up to 7:30, right? So there is a group called Dharma Jigyasu. So they will be asking some questions, and we'll be giving the answer. I will today from here only. You can also join. You can also ask questions at that time.
Is it global? Any from anyone?
Any from anyone.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I request one of our members, she is from Knoxville and she's